Yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to Dawn Spiritual Guidance. It's your girl Dawn, and we got a message for you. Please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. I do not choose the storyline or the cards that come out. The Holy Spirit does, and my spiritual team. All right. This could be past, present, or future information for you. And all of the readings here, unless specified otherwise, are timeless, okay? So regardless of when you're coming across this reading, whether it's came out a day ago, weeks ago, years ago, months ago, is when the Holy Spirit feels like you could be receptive of a message and or be a messenger to someone else in his name, okay? So let's get it cracking for my collective. Holy Spirit, what do we have? What does collective need to know? Oh. All right, so some of you guys could have been dealing with someone who was trying to seduce you, unless you know you were the one that was doing the seducing. Now, if you guys are dealing with someone in specific, they could have got seduced by someone else, okay? So different storylines already. Flip the energies as you see fit. Put yourself on the side of the story as you see fit, okay? And if it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. Check your other placements, okay? Check another reading. So attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptation, third-party interference. So for some of you guys, whoever you have been dealing with, okay, they could have got seduced by someone. All right, unless you know that this is you. And they could want to talk about it, you know, talk about like what happened. Okay, and this is somebody that you had a lot of passion for, passion with, insane chemistry, like each other equally, having fun. Okay, and then we have Hands of Cards. What could have been a problem for some of you is the fact that, you know, you or they didn't know the kind of somebody didn't show their hand. And not that you have to show all of your hand, but it's just like, because, you know, people deserve privacy. But at the same time, it's just like, it's the reasoning behind why you're hiding your hand. Is it because you have good or bad intentions? You know, is it just because you're being private, or is it because you're being extremely secretive, because you're being sneaky, right? It's like, what's your intention here? Okay, not showing hand, gambling, options, being strategic, take a chance, risk, you know. So in some case, interesting, conversing more, awaited message arrives, text, call, email, hovering. So someone could want to call you, text you, DM you, okay, meet up, or this could be you. Yeah, but it's like some of you guys, you don't want to talk. You don't want to talk. You don't want to meet. You don't want to DM. You don't want to email. Nothing. Okay? Because this is somebody that stabbed you in the back. Okay? And remember, love is more than just romantic. So this could be a family member that stabbed you in the back. This could be a platonic friendship that stabbed you in the back. Okay? When it comes to betrayal, somebody betrayed you, or you betrayed someone, okay? Flip the energies as you see fit, and it calls some sort of ending here, or depending upon when you're watching this, everybody's in different seasons. You know, it caused a betrayal, or it's about to cause a betrayal, okay? Wow. So somebody could want to talk about everything that happened, or you. All right, Holy Spirit, what is this? And if you guys want to book a personal reading, you can feel free to do so via the website link that's linked in the description box. Okay, DawnSpiritualGuidance.com. It is the only way to book a personal reading with us. All right, Holy Spirit, what's this? Okay, so yeah, somebody was hiding secrets here. You know, they could have been hiding the fact that, you know, deep down they were very mean, very cruel. Okay, not very compassionate or empathetic. All right, maybe you did or didn't know. It's like somebody was trying to, you know, Knight of Pentacles. So if you were wondering why something didn't work out, or you didn't have some movement forward here, Yeah, that's because somebody has bad karma. Somebody's attached to bad karma. Okay, so it's hard for them sometimes to attract the resources that they need, whether in, you know, networking or finances or assets, or, you know, whatever the case may be here. It's just like, you know, someone has this attachment to bad karma. So, you know, their upbringing could have not been the best, right? Or, you know, just life in general. Now, for some cases here, it could have been, you know, a lot going on in this household here. You know, some of you guys, you could have lived with this person or people, and, you know, they kept trying to block you, kept trying to block your growth because they were secretly jealous and envious of you, or you were jealous and envious of somebody here, okay? Flip the energies as you see fit. Yeah, it's like somebody, Queen of Wands in reverse. It's like somebody didn't want to see you happy and fulfilled here with this Nine of Cups, or they saw you happy and fulfilled, and it was just like your light triggered their demons. But that's not your fault or problem, you know, or theirs. Flip the energies as you see fit. But whatever this secret is, you know, if it hasn't came out yet, for a lot of you guys, it's because somebody got seduced. Or somebody, you know, somebody fell for temptation. Okay. Now, somebody could be having some legal issues here with the Eight of Swords. All right. Ace of Wands in reverse. Somebody could be spreading a STD or contracted one, is what I just heard. Look at that, King of Swords. That's also my truth card, too. And this happened due to the conscious decisions that was being made, that somebody was being made from a spiteful and hateful heart, okay? Yep, a total betrayal. And I'm hearing like this happened to multiple people because somebody doesn't care. I'm hearing misery loves company. So basically, God allowed somebody to get an STD because of how they were moving. And if they haven't got it yet, I'm hearing like this is a prophecy. And that's a part of somebody's karma. Page of Wands. Yeah, see, not a wands in reverse, you know. Wanting to stir the pot, stir some mess, right? Playing around, riding dirty. You know, when I'm saying riding dirty, I'm talking about like, you know, lying, doing whatever you got to do to get what you want, right? So like the Most High said, somebody got an STD and they're not telling people. So that's just like, hey, you know, you want to have sex? Let's have sex. And although this person may want to, you know, instead of telling this person like, I can't have sex, you know, even if they don't tell them a reason, right? Instead of protecting them from themselves, like, you know, and although that could be very hard to do, you know, it's just like somebody purposely not telling this person or people here that they have a STD. It's because they want what they want, and that's very selfish, right? Yeah, look at this. So it's like, because of somebody playing around, you know, it's like they block themselves. So it's like they're praying to God and God is hearing them or hearing you. But it's like, you know, God is kind of like, you know, you're asking me for this, but you ain't put no time in. You haven't prayed to me. You haven't been faithful to me. You know, you've been lying and cheating on people. Ace of Swords in reverse. You know, and I don't, you know, you being impatient, right? Like you want to move things quickly. And of course, God understands that. But it's, you know, well, what happened here? You know, you didn't, it's like somebody's asking for a blessing without, Yeah, it's like somebody's trying to wondering like, wait, where are all my cups? Where are the things that I've been praying for? And it's because somebody's not getting something because at this time God may change their mind, you know, later on, depending upon this person's or people's actions or yours, depending upon what side of the story you're on. But it's just like God said, what about those people you were mean to? What about those people you mistreated? What about that circumstance you haven't fixed? You haven't righted? What about, you know, those things that I asked you to do, but you're coming to me for a blessing or for something that you're asking for when you have yet to do anything that I've asked you to do, right? Like, I don't expect you to be perfect or holier than thou, but it's just like, it feels like you only coming to me when you need something. That's fake, you know. Yeah, the Emperor in reverse. with the Ace of Wands in reverse again. Yeah. So not only did this person have a STD, whether this is male, female, non-binary, whatever the case may be. All right, this is a safe and sacred space over here. We welcome everyone. Okay, we all need help. This is somebody you are already low vibrational, right? This is why you have to be mindful who your partner is or who you choose to have sex with and stuff like that, because you don't know what they're carrying, and not just physically like a STD. You don't know what they're carrying spiritually. You don't know what their karmic debt look like, and mind you, I have to learn too. Okay, because you'll start to take some of that on, right? So this is somebody, an Emperor in reverse, Aries energy, along with Pisces energy here. This is somebody who is very controlling, very manipulative, gaslights, wants things their way, only does things that benefits them. You know, if it just so happens to benefit you, it just so happened to. It wasn't because they were being intentional and genuinely wanted it to, right? This is somebody who only does things for herself. And this is separate from self-care. That's different. It's someone that's selfish, know-it-all, belittles people. Okay, what they act like an emperor upright, right? Put wolf in sheep's clothing. Okay, you know, at times don't respect people's boundaries and stuff like that, right? Yeah, and it's just like, you know, since they're unhealed, four of swords in reverse, and or you are, it's just like, okay, well, I don't like the fact that I you know, if in some cases this might be the one that's incurable. Now, of course, God can cure anything, but this is God not allowing because of, I'm hearing a spiritual sentence. Okay, Seven of Swords. Because of I'm hearing all the snake behavior that they've done to multiple people, or that you've done to multiple people. Okay, all the lies, all the conniving, all the sadistic, you know, plans and stuff like that God had to save people from, and so on and so forth, right? All the, you know, lies and heartbreak and heartache and stuff like that, right? You know, God had to remove these illusions. God had to work overtime, and God is just like, well, why should I have to do that for something that I asked you to stop doing multiple times? Oh, y'all, look at this, the Ten of Cups in reverse. I'm telling you, somebody then stepped out and had sex with somebody, okay, and then came back and brought it back to their family, okay? Or this is going to happen. So flip the energies as you see fit. Put yourself on the side of the story as you see fit. In another case, somebody is carrying, and somebody does ask if they clean, and they lie and say yeah, and they know that they're not. It's different when you don't know. It still sucks. It's different when you genuinely don't know, okay? But when you do know and you purposely pass it on, that's a crime. Because they can pull up your records to see like, hey, did you know? Did you go to the doctor and did they run tests and did they find out? Okay, or not. Because that's another story. Well, this is somebody that does know. Okay, I'm getting a few things. This is somebody that knows and is purposely passing it on. That's for some of you, whether this is you or whoever you're dealing with. For others of you, this is somebody who doesn't know they have something, but they have it because their partner or partners, for my poly people, monogamy or poly, okay, regardless of the gender, stepped out, came back, had sex with them, and they ended up getting it. But the partner doesn't know that they have it either. So somebody finna get caught up cheating because the partner has something. Ooh, this messy. But God allowed it because somebody should have never stepped out. God feel like somebody could have stayed single if they wanted to have multiple people. Okay, God don't like when people play with other people's emotions. Okay, so if somebody could be going to jail for this. Remember we brought up legal issues, or if they're not going to jail, this could be like again going back to that spiritual sentence, okay, or a spiritual jail type of thing. Because whatever this is, this ruined a family, or even if somebody doesn't have an STD, right? Somebody's sexcapade, somebody's like lack of disciplines, right? They may not have an STD, but they don't know how to control their sexual urges, okay? And it keeps people, they like to bind people to them with their sex. So they can always have somebody to go to just in case somebody's mad at them, or they got another supply, stuff like that. And maybe you didn't know that this was this person's behaviors, or maybe somebody didn't know that this was your behaviors, okay? And don't get me wrong, I know people like sex, all right? But this is somebody that will go to no avail to get a nut. Like, they don't care if they have a connection with the person. They don't care about the spiritual aspect of sex. They don't care about the physical aspect of sex. They may ask if you have an STD or not, right? They may be that may be it at all, right? Versus having sex with the same person to keep spiritual, physical hygiene on point and stuff like that, right? This is somebody that only pays attention to the nut. They don't pay attention to nothing else, right? They didn't pay attention to how this could hurt their family and how this could break up their family. They didn't pay attention to, how things may not work out, right? Somebody could have cheated, and that maybe they was connected to somebody that could, was really, bringing in the bacon. Okay, but since they're sexcapades, right, they couldn't control their urges. Maybe they had disciplines in all other areas of their life except the one that really mattered. In some cases here, or you. And now, somebody want a divorce, or somebody want to break up, and they was connected to the person with the money, or or whoever this family member is could have drained their pockets, and now they want to leave. So I'm getting a few different things here. Okay. But somebody kept this from you, or you kept this from somebody. I also heard somebody was trying to trap somebody too. Trap somebody with good sex, or trap somebody with a baby. To keep somebody binded to them. So going back to that supply energy, okay, I need to make sure I always have some sort of access to you, because I have it's almost like somebody has a commitment issue that they won't address, and a sex issue, because it's like this person is not having sex for, it's like this person is having sex as a coping skill, and that's fine. But it's like this person is going to no avail, and but it's to the point where it's like dang, do you care about yourself? Where's your self-respect at this point, right? Somebody needs better coping skills because the current ones that they have just fucked up their family. And I don't, it feels like somebody may not take it as that because they're unhealed. So it's like, they're looking at it from one perspective, and, and whoever they're connected to is looking at it from another perspective. And it's just like, nah, how could you think that this was ever okay? And that's why I tell people all the time, common sense ain't common. Nope. It should be, but common sense ain't common. Why? Because you have people that grow up in different households, and their normal may not be your normal. That's why I don't even like using the word normal. Okay? Because I done heard some stories where it just felt like I was in a whole nother country when they living in the same state as me. You feel me? Like, because their culture and how they did things at home was just so different, and not even from a bad place. And then I've heard things from people, some stories that were just completely wicked. Okay? So no, common sense should. But you can't hold everybody to the expectations, because you have people that have had really horrible lives, horrible upbringings, different cultures in the family of people gaslighting them, putting illusions over them, and they just didn't know certain things. So they grow up with a certain worldview, and it's different than yours because you had a different upbringing. You had a different environment. You had a different experiences, right? You can't think that everybody just think the same. And maybe we will get to that point where we'll have similar common sense in a better society. But because society is the way that it is now, unfortunately, that's not the case. Holy Spirit, final messages. Final messages, Holy Spirit. Look at this love. So somebody didn't know what real love was. This is like somebody who falls for lust, right? They think love is lust when that's two different things. Okay? I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. Love. So you could have been trying to show someone what love is, or vice versa, and it was for them to like pick up and cherish and value. But it's like, instead of doing that, they did this stuff here, or you did, again, flip the energies as you see fit. Put yourself on the side of the story as you see fit. Somebody didn't know. Somebody didn't grow up with love. Okay? This is like somebody growing up being molested or raped on, God bless, almost their entire childhood. I'm talking from like 5, 6, 7 to like 17, 19 years old. Right? This is why I'm saying common sense ain't common. And they're thinking, okay, because what tends to happen, those predators will lie to the kid and say, oh, this is normal. This is what we're supposed to do, and mind you, the kid don't know anything else. The kid don't know better. And then usually it's followed by a threat. Right? So the kid or the person doesn't want to say anything because they don't want their family to get hurt, or whatever the thing is, or they're under the illusion, right, that it's right, that it's okay. So they don't say anything because they think it's okay, whatever it is, right? And so, they grow up thinking that, oh, this is everybody. This happens with everybody. Everybody does this in their household, right? I've had people, I've had certain things that I thought happened in everybody's household, and no, that wasn't the case, right? And so this is somebody that, because a lot of times when people deal with sexual abuse, Okay. The trauma response from that for some people can be sexual activity. Okay, hypersexual, where you are constantly craving busting a nut, you know, to satisfy whatever stress you're dealing with, right? Because if you've been going through that abuse all your life, that your body, and remember, please disconnect. Your body having a response does not mean that you liked it from the perpetrator, okay? From the predator. All right? That was for somebody. Separate the body response from the person, okay? Okay, all right. So anyways, like I could see how a person, but this ruins when somebody doesn't heal that, it can potentially ruin a family dynamic like what happened here, because it's like, okay, well, if you get into an argument with, whoever you are in a commitment with, and no, this doesn't condone anything, but it's like, if sex is how you handle, and it doesn't just have to be sex for some people, some people, it could be alcohol. It could be, you don't just do it for a social time or for just relaxing time. You do it 24/7 all throughout the day or whatever the case may be. Right? Instead of actually healing the culprit of why you do what you do. Okay, so instead of this person or people here healing, going to therapy or going to a life coach or a mentor and talking about it, hey, I was abused from this time to this time, and it made me feel like this, and it made me feel like that. My body felt like this. My body felt like that. And when I told, this is what happened, or I didn't tell, and this is what happened, right? And so how do I navigate life? My perpetrator still in my life, or the predator they didn't get time, or they didn't, they dismissed the case. It's like somebody's not healing this, right? It's like, they expect to have a healthy family dynamic doing unhealthy shit and expecting somebody to put up with it. Whether this is you or whoever you're dealing with here, flip the energies as you see fit. Put yourself on the side of the story as you see fit. Okay? And so it's like if they get mad at their partner and sex is their only go-to, or, they're having a hard time controlling their disciplines because they have not healed the affiliation and to whatever that disconnect is of that unhealed trauma, they continue to, oh, I'm mad at them. Okay, they're mad at me, so they're not gonna let me have sex with them. Let me go to such and such. I left the door cracked over there so I can have somebody go. No, you can't do that. So it's like somebody's mad that, wow, they were upset and, they took a few days, whatever, and they went to go have fun with somebody, and now they got caught up. So this is one of God's ways, I'm also hearing too, of sitting somebody down so they can heal. I'm hearing it shouldn't have took all of this, but somebody wasn't making the decision on their own. So it came to this. And no, it still doesn't make it okay. So this was a lesson for somebody, whether this is for you or whoever you were dealing with here. Yep. Surrender. This is for somebody to surrender. I can release my need to control. Oh, and I just heard, and God bless, I just heard somebody may not, I'm here, and I'm not hearing on a female presenting perspective, okay? No, on a womb perspective. I'm not hearing that. More so from like a vasectomy type of thing. Even if you don't have one of those, somebody's going to be shooting blanks. Is what I just heard. Okay? And for someone else, it's almost like not only will they have an STD if they didn't want to get pregnant, that's going to be a part of the karma, the bad karma too. So it depends on what side of the story you're on, okay? so I can release my need to control. So again, so this is God putting somebody who's just been out here being reckless, right? You know, and sitting them down, forcing somebody to surrender, like we were talking about here. Okay. Yeah, and again, this is somebody that wasn't honest with you. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. Yep. Yep. And they kept this. And for some of you guys, this is your first time finding this out. For some of you guys, this is futuristic. And for others of you guys, this already happened. All right. And they will, whoever did this will be under judgment if they're not already. Okay. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. So since somebody didn't want to sit down, somebody was sat down by God the Father, creator of heaven and earth, of all that is seen and unseen. This is like, because you know, God, unless God is really like coming on with the wrath, it's just a matter of if God is going to allow something to happen or not. Okay. So thank you all for your love and support here. It is truly, truly appreciated. Get tested, by the way, if you know you've been sexually active recently and you don't trust your partner. Okay. Side note. All right. And thank you all for your love and support. It is truly, truly appreciated. And always remember that you make your own decisions. Peace out. Deuces.